Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Confessions of an Undertaker. I just want to start off by basically doing a few shout outs to some new subscribers to the channel. So hello to Catherine Clodius, James Farley, Gaz Raya, I think that says, Adam Buxton and Tamala 521. Big thank you to you guys for subscribing to the channel. I hope you like what you've seen so far, and don't worry, there'll be plenty more to come. The last video I did, or I should say the one before last, was about body dissection and organ donation. Massive thank you to Little Grey Fergie, who gave me the idea for that particular video. I do apologise because we had a few exchanges on YouTube in the comment section. I thought Little Grey Fergie was a lady. He's not, he's actually a chap. So I do apologise for the mix-up, but massive thank you anyway for the idea for the video, because it's created quite a lot of interest. It spawned quite a really good blog post that I did, and off the back of that, I've also got a guest blogger, a follower of mine on Twitter called Gina Bond. She is a mortician, and she works doing basically body donations and autopsies on a regular basis. So she's gonna write a really good blog post as a guest blogger on the Confessions of an Undertaker blog post. So big thumbs up to that. So thank you very much. If you've got any ideas of your own that you want me to talk about on the channel or a blog post, then just let me know in the comments section below, and I'll be more than happy to get that up for you. Moving on, one of the really good things about being a YouTuber and a blogger is that every now and then people send you free stuff. And as a lot of you know, I read an awful lot. I'm a bit of a collector of books. I don't collect a lot of things, but books is one of them. So about a year or so ago, got a message from Facebook, off of the Facebook blog page that is, from a guy asking me if I'd ever read his book, Undertakings of an Undertaker. Chap's name was Stanley Swann. I said, no, I'd not read the book and not heard the book. And he said, well, would you like a copy? I was like, well, yeah, why not? This guy's based in America, so he very kindly shipped the book across to the UK. And I received it within a couple of days of me speaking to him online. And it is absolutely brilliant. The title is Undertakings of an Undertaker, the True Stories of Being Laid to Rest by Stanley Swann. Stanley is now a retired New York State funeral director, and upon his retirement, he wrote this book, and that is Stanley right there. So he's a really cool guy. Very kindly sent me this book to review, and it is definitely a page turner. And he actually sent me a nice little inscription, and I don't know whether you can see that, but it says, "Peter, my best to you in all things, Stanley," which I thought was quite a nice touch. It's not a big book, as you can see. It has got, though, 28 chapters in the book, but it is only 127 pages long. So they're quite short chapters, but they are absolutely fascinating, really interesting on every level. There's something for everything in this book. If you want something from the more philosophical side of things, then something in there. If you want something, if you're looking for a bit of drama, something in there. And if you're looking for gruesome details, there's something in there as well. Like I said, this book kind of caters for everyone's tastes, you know. And it's a really well written piece of literature. He, you know, goes into detail about his involvement as as not only a funeral director, but also I think it's, I get the term right, it's like a deputy sheriff. The way I understood it, it's like a special we call them special constables over here, and they are like volunteer police officers, and they get sent out to all kind of manner of different things. And Stanley is part of a similar thing out in America, and he actually attended the September the 11th Twin Towers terrorist attack, and he goes into quite some detail about that. And it's quite fascinating because obviously we all knew what happened on that day, and it was absolutely harrowing. You know, even for someone just watching it, I remember it happened as clear as day. It was absolutely terrible to watch on a television screen. So to actually be there and see it and smell it and feel it must have been agonising. I can't even imagine what, you know, the people must have been going through. But in his book, he gives a really good account of that. One of the other chapters as well, I mean, this is really fascinating. So, you know, it's just brilliant. I mean, the remains of the Genesee River Killer. Now, I'd never heard of that, but that was quite obviously something that happened out in America some time ago. It was quite a high-profile case. Again, he was the funeral director who dealt with that situation. And I can relate to a lot of what he says in the book with regards to going to different you know, sudden death scenes and seeing families in different states of distress. You know, I think anybody in this business can relate to it. But like I said, there's everything in here from the good, the bad, to the downright awful. And everything's covered. As you know, it's paperback. I don't know whether there was a hardback edition at all. But yeah, in America this retails at $14.95. You can get it in this country online at £8.95. And it is available on Kindle as well. But it's just a really good book. There's a little kind of biography about Stanley. I'll just read it out to you. So Stanley Swann was brought up with his 3 siblings on a dairy farm in the southern tier of New York State. At a very young age, he knew he was destined to be in the funeral business. Stan spent many years in the broadcast business as an on-air personality before answering the call to come into the funeral service. At age 31, he returned to college, obtained his NYS, I think that stands for New York State Director's License, and with his wife Sandra, a RN, I'm assuming that is registered nurse, I assume so, purchased a small funeral home in the southern tier, which they operated for 20 years. While there, Stan also spent 15 years in corrections with a local sheriff's department. So, again, that's something that he hits on in the book. About cancer led Stan and Sandy, his wife, to sell their firm, but a short time later he returned to the calling he felt so strongly about. So that's just a small snippet of his personal life. Go get yourself a copy. It's really great. Like I said, I couldn't put this down once I started reading it. I have written a blog post, which is on the blog website, Confessions of an Undertaker, if you want to go and read it, go into a lot more detail about it there. But yeah, so this is the first kind of vlog I've done to accompany the book. So Stanley, if you're watching this, thank you very, very much. I really enjoyed the book, and I really, really hope that there is a second edition in the making, because I'm sure this is probably the tip of your iceberg as far as your career in the funeral industry is concerned. So that's that. Again, if you've got any comments you want to share with me, put them in the comments section below. I will also put a link where you can buy this book as well, both in the UK and the US, because I know obviously a lot of subscribers to this channel are American. So I'll put both links up, and yeah, I will speak to you fairly soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.